Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking something that literally affects every single one of us every single day. We're going to reveal how one fundamental rule of physics actually acts as the ultimate life hack for everyday comfort. I mean, if you've ever found yourself wincing while carrying heavy groceries or desperately adjusting a strap that just seems to dig into your skin no matter what you do, well, you are going to love this. We're breaking down the science of exactly why things hurt, and more importantly, how a really simple shift in physical geometry can change the whole shebang. So let's dive right in. Okay, think about this for a second. Why do some heavy bags hurt your shoulders while others just don't? You could have two bags that weigh the exact same amount, right? But one feels like it's trying to slice your shoulder in half, and the other feels like a gentle, manageable hug. It is such a relatable frustration. But here's the thing, it's not random, and it's definitely not just your imagination. There's an incredibly precise, mathematically sound reason for this, and it all comes down to how forces actually interact with our bodies. To get to the bottom of this, let's look at a classic scenario from our source material. I like to call this the picnic mystery. So we have two test subjects here, a brother and sister named Pavan and Megha. They're heading out to a picnic, and they are carrying identical items in their bags. The load is exactly the same, down to the last sandwich. But Pavan is constantly adjusting his bag. He is visibly uncomfortable. Megha notices this and asks him, "Hey, is there a problem with your bag?" Pavan says, "Yeah, it's really hurting my shoulders." Now Megha is totally confused because she knows both their bags are equally heavy. So she asks the million-dollar question, "Why does your bag hurt and mine doesn't?" Pawan takes a minute, thinks about it, and hits the absolute nail on the head. He realizes it all comes down to the difference in their bag straps. And that specific physical difference Pawan notices, that holds the key to our entire explainer today. See, Pawan's bag has narrow straps, and it's highly uncomfortable. Megha's bag, on the flip side, features broad straps, and she's carrying that identical load in total comfort. Again, they are carrying the exact same weight, but the physical interface, the actual thing connecting that weight to their bodies, is drastically different in its width. Now, why does that matter? Well, the shape and size of those straps make a monumental difference because of how they handle the force of gravity. Think about it. Gravity is pulling down equally on both bags, right? The downward force acting on Pawan's shoulders is exactly the same as the downward force acting on Megha's. But here's the kicker. Pawan's narrow straps mean all that downward force is concentrated onto a tiny, very small area on his shoulders. Megha's broad straps take that exact same force and spread it out over a much larger area. And a larger area creates a significantly more comfortable carrying experience. So the force is equal, but the area is completely different. And that difference in area leads to a change in something much, much more important. Which brings us to our big conceptual breakthrough, pressure. Pressure is simply the physical force exerted on an object, and you calculate it by taking the force and dividing it by